we're back with Mike Johnson, and the Winnipeg Jets made a statement against the Bruins. An 8-1 win, multiple fights, even the coach got into it. And the hockey world loves to debate if momentum exists. So MJ, does a wild game like that stick with a team?
It absolutely does, Sarah. And it's not just the 8-1 win over a pretty good opponent in which all aspects of your game were on point. Goaltending was solid. Special teams were excellent. Lots of different guys involved in the offense. That can stay with you. But that's not what we're talking about here. And if you've been around me enough, you know that I often question the validity or the importance of fighting and what it can mean for a team. But in situations like the Winnipeg Jets went through against the Boston Bruins, a team that sticks together physically. Now, we don't want anyone to get hurt, and Gustafsson had a pretty tough fight in that game, but the fact that he fought, then Stanley fought, then Lowry fought, when guys stick up for each other, it does resonate and stay with a team. There's a bonding, there's a unity, there's a sense of collectiveness that can grow and build and improve when you have physical altercations like that, whether you're a guy who does it all the time or whether you're a guy who doesn't do it very often. It is something that guys like to rally behind and can carry on going forward. And then if you get a coach involved, Sarah, that makes it even better. Guys love when their coach is sticking up for them. Whether he's right, whether he's wrong, whether he makes sense, it does not matter. He is in the fight together. And that's what this is all about. Everybody on the Winnipeg Jets, from the top of the organization all the way down to everyone involved, is in the fight both literally and figuratively together. When that is the case, that is something special that can stay with a team, that can cause momentum to grow, build, and work for a team's favor as they grow throughout the year.
Right, so top to bottom, the Jets are fired up. And tonight's another chance to make a statement with the Golden Knights in town. MJ, how much of a threat would you say Vegas is in the West?
They've quietly, Sarah, gone about having a really good year. And they've done it a lot of time without Mark Stone, who's very good, but often injured. But the Vegas Golden Knights make you earn your victories against them. They are going to be one of the probably 6 teams that could win the Stanley Cup. If you're looking at it right now, there's 4 teams in the Central. There's probably Edmonton and Vegas in the Pacific. And any of those teams could be in competition to get to the Stanley Cup final. Winnipeg is one of those teams. We are far enough into a season that for the good teams, they get a little special twinkle in their eye when they have a chance to test themselves against the other top teams, knowing that this is the kind of team, this is the kind of game we are going to need to play if we want to be successful when it matters most. And Winnipeg will realize that against Vegas. The one thing that Vegas does is they make you play physically strong. They rarely have breakdowns. They rarely don't play a physically engaged kind of game. So for you to have success, you got to bring the skill, you got to bring the speed, but you also have to bring the toughness, something that was built against Boston. They can carry forward against Vegas because these are the kind of teams they're going to have to go through. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tight. It's going to be against teams that have had lots of success over the years. That's what Winnipeg is trying to become. That's what they kind of are in the regular season. And I think that's why tonight is another marquee matchup for Winnipeg to take another step forward as if they have to prove anything. They don't, but it's always nice to beat the other top teams in the league, of which Vegas is one of.
Oh, for sure. This should be a good one tonight. And Kyle Connor is probably the most excited, perhaps, because he has 24 points in 18 career games against Vegas. So expect some more points against them from Connor.